Welcome back to the channel where we continue our look at Google Analytics 4. We've recently done videos on some of the reports section, the acquisition reports and the real-time reports, but today we're going to go back to basics. When I go into a lot of websites and meet with different clients, one of the first questions is people start worrying about conversions and measurement and some of the analytics. And the first question you should be starting with on website, whether you're a web analyst or whether you're a business owner, you want to talk about the purpose of the website. And what that means is, what do you want the web visitor to do when they arrive to your website, before they leave your website? And we know that over 98% of web visitors are not going to do the action that you want them to do. But you need to determine that, because that is how you build your website. That is how you prepare your analytics. That is how you set up your conversions. And let's talk about that. Some of the different web goals that you can have for your website. If it's an e-commerce website, you want to basically have purchases. The goal of the website is to have somebody go there and purchase something, whether it's a Shopify type website, whether it's a straight e-commerce website, whether you're doing an email list and setting people to either Substack or also to ConvertKit or something like that. You want them to purchase something. The second thing is for lead generation, fill out a form. Could be a very advanced form, could be a simple 2-question form, could be a gated piece of content. Maybe you want them to make a phone call. A lot of people track their phone call conversions from their analytics. Email. A lot of people have a customer email care team, and you want them to send an email to your team so you can start working on that customer care part. Watch a video. You can track video views, but which video do you want them to watch? After they watch that video, what do you want them to do next? Also, do you have a PDF or a piece of gated content or some kind of call to action? And even for a charitable website, you want them to maybe donate. So a website should have one clear-cut goal, what you want them to do when they come to your website. Now, the number one mistake that people, when they are working on their Google Analytics, is not having a strategy in place. And a strategy is not tactics. Tactics are individual pieces of marketing that you are going to do, but the tactics are different than the strategy. And the strategy is, what is the mission of the website? What are you trying to accomplish with the website? How does this work with your other marketing materials, your other, if you've got store locations? The website needs to be part of an overall marketing plan and not just the individual tactics of setting up a conversion. So you want a clear call to action, and sometimes these are different depending on the landing page. Web traffic is not a goal. The goal should never be, I want to get more visitors to my website. That is not a strategy. That really isn't even a tactic or a mission for a website. Remember, more visitors without a plan, once they get there, to convert is wasting your time. You want to get more conversions. There's really only two ways. Remember, if you double your conversion rate is more important than doubling your traffic. So website traffic is not a goal. You need to have a specific action that you want them to take on your website. Now, one of the things you want to do with this is, you've got your monetization reports in Google Analytics 4, e-commerce, in-app purchases, published ads, but you really want to plan your work, what you want them to do, and then work your plan. Look at every interaction and touch point in the funnel on your website so that you can determine, does it make sense? Are you leading them to a path of purchase or further down the funnel with more information? And again, for most websites, even if it's educational or informational, does each web page build upon that initial landing page call to action? Now, conversions, Before you start setting up your conversions, have you identified what you want for a web conversion? Is it a form fill? Is it a purchase? Is it a video watch? Is it a PDF download? Then you want to talk about how many conversions you want to have, daily basis, weekly, monthly, and how often are you going to track those conversions to determine if your strategy and your marketing programs are a success. Before you start arriving at the numbers you want to achieve, you have to have a way to track that measurement. And you also want to know who to target. What is the ideal customer profile? What are some of the audience personas? What is their education level? What is the lifetime value of a customer? Is it more important to get them and capture their information and then sell them further down the road? Or do you want them to convert on that actual web visit? So lots to consider on your target audience. And then attribution, how are you going to assign attribution? Is it a first click, last click, multi-device? Is it a time delay? Do you have a certain amount of time that it takes for somebody to convert? Somebody who's purchasing a house or buying a car, they're not going to do that on one web visit. So maybe you need multiple web visits to follow up to get that attribution model working so that you can determine if your advertising and your pay-per-click or your email marketing is working on the attribution. Remember, when you're looking at your website, you want to define your goals of the website. And you want to be specific. You want to make them SMART goals. If you haven't heard of SMART goals, you want to think like you're a business owner. Even as a business analyst, you want to equate all of your conversions to business-based outcomes. Either a sale, a form fill, a video download, but think how it's going to generate revenue and improve your ROI. And you want to increase your conversion rate over time. Think like an owner as you're setting up your conversions and your call to actions. So that's a look at the website basics today. Before we get too deep into Google Analytics 4, a lot of people need to define what the goal of your website is. If you have a comment or question, leave that below as we continue along in our analysis of Google Analytics 4.